Yo, what's up? It's Crissabella and log some hours. Yes, that is correct, Zamundo. We're coming at you with it live. Crissabella and I, myself, we together are they, them. Thanks for joining me absolutely live and free. Here we are an accepting community of gracious people who have respect for one another and love each other blatantly and with a heart that is frivolous and free. That is why they call me Crissabella Freeman. It is Crissabella Freeman coming at you live here. We are doing some refinement today in our project, Log Some Hours. And this one isn't really going to be fast-paced. It's going to be real-time this time. So currently, I have constructed the interface. Woo! There we are. The interface for the refinement screen. Woo, I'm so excited. Look at it. Doesn't it look interesting? Like, does it remind you of something? No. So, we don't go there. It's not Minecraft. Dang it. It's Log Some Hours. Gotta log those hours, dudes. Okay, I created the game first and foremost to raise awareness for sexual abuse victims and those who have suffered a lot of sexual trauma, and to help some of these people come to peace within themselves. For and by using such a game could help spread that awareness even further to help even more people. So, thank you for supporting me in this journey towards logging some hours in Log Some Hours. Here we are in the refinement script. We're using inventory items today to actually create the refinement system. So what we're going to do is take the wood from the inventory itself and use an inventory item script, which you'll see at the bottom of the refiner script here. We're going to use inventory items for the refinement slots. The 9 slots that you see here are going to be inventory item objects. We're going to add some sprites today. That's what I have to do right here. That's the line of code that I just wrote right here. The last thing that I did, I was in the A-star script, I think because I was going to edit something that had to do with pathing and such. I mean, that's A-star for you. I was thinking of actually interpolating in the A-star script. I remember now. So, interpolation, with the way that the movement currently is, with the how the player moves, and I'll show you right here. Go ahead and move me over here to the other side of the screen. I'll probably need to do that a lot. But the way that the pathing is, let me go ahead and get rid of the house and refinement screen, is it's a little jerky. It's a little bit jerky, so I'm thinking like maybe I can smooth that out just a tad bit. And spoiler alert, I was thinking of adding multiplayer, so multiplayer combat too. So having smoother movement using interpolation or even a smooth damp feature might actually make this movement less jerky. So you can see when we move around, we're kind of jerky and we're just kind of, you know, it's cool. It works. It is kind of laggy. Let me see if I can clear some of the background noise here. There's some sprite stuff. Let's see. So we'll get rid of this. There's my Kickstarter. Please support my Kickstarter. Honestly, I just need a little bit of money to market this thing properly and get people to download it. There's my console application. It is in progress. And ChatGPT. So I kind of need all of these things. But I'll tell you what, I can get rid of Beatbox and SFXR because we just made some sounds too that we're about to throw into the game as well. So those sounds are right here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Just the loading screen, gameplay background, money sound, smack attack, which is like a, it kind of sounds like a sword slashing. Tree chop, it's like a little click, tick. So tick, 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 and bop, bop. We'll go ahead and drag these in Unity in just a second after I put that right there. So you want to stop the game. And I'm gonna go ahead and create a folder, create a sounds folder, sounds. Go ahead and drag all of my stuff into the game, into that folder, but just like that. Okay, it's gonna load into there. Takes just a second. These sounds aren't very long, but I'm wondering how they're actually gonna sound in game. So gameplay, background. That's the main one. That's the one that I want. So I do want a sound manager. So I guess I'll go ahead and create that real quick. I know we were working on refinement and interpolation for pathing just a second ago, but guess what? This is how I operate because I loaded these sounds in and I've been wanting to hear them in the game. I just made them. That's why you saw Beatbox and JFX SXR, I think it is. Let me check real quick. JSFXR, yep. And it's like .me or something. But look that up, you can get nice sound effects and stuff. That's what I made here. I made a few sound effects. I'm gonna create a sound manager here. Gonna kind of move this over again. I think right here would be good. Hi, it's Crissabella. Sorry. So I can't help myself sometimes. We'll do. Let's see. There is a mixer that I can use, possibly. Let's go to audio. What does audio look like? Audio source. So we got an audio source now. We'll go ahead and load in our clip, which is the gameplay background. We do want to loop that. Play on awake. Priority. No pitch. Nothing of that sorts, but I'll tell you what, let's see what it sounds like when we turn it on. Here we go. Alright, what do we got going on in the background? ChatGPT, we were doing a binary formatter, it helped me with the coroutine. We're going to use a coroutine in the refinement process. We use an IEnumerator. It's pretty simple, and we'll put it in the game controller. Look at that. I love that. This thing is still pretty slow. I'm wondering why it's so slow. Something that I wanted to do as well before I forget is actually turn up the resolution of this thing. So we'll go to the main camera, and we'll probably do like the 5.5. That's kind of a good distance. Hopefully we can get some stretch with the A star. We do have to do interpolation, so let's see how it moves us currently. We need to find, in essence, a movement function that actually, so like move towards node, so transform position, and it does move towards, so we can replace this move towards with interpolation. And I like that. I really like that concept. I think vector 3 would, we might need to do mathf dot interp I thought I saw it there. Nope. Smooth damp. We may have to look this up. So go over to my handy dandy ChatGPT. I have yo ChatGPT. We'll do another question coming at ya. In Unity, of course. Let's ask, can you give me the line of code in C# that interpolates the position of a player? Let's see. Yo, you got it. If you want to interpolate the position of a player smoothly from one position to another, you can use vector 3.lerp. It's lerp the derp. Of course. So we could do this instead. Let's see. It's got all the it's got node position, epic, and the delta speed. So that's cool. It is vector 3. I was right. Ooh, cool. I just wasn't spelling it right. So we can do lerp, and that is totally cool. Awesome. So let's just real quick see how the player moves now. we zoomed out a little bit. I was thinking of editing the A-star movement a little bit more to maybe increase the range of which you can click, so you can kind of click around things and it'll try to find the path automatically for you based off the shortest distance, of course, or even, you know, even otherwise. So yeah, I kind of like the way it is now. Like, you have to explore and get over to a place. Anyhow, ready? I like to save twice. Always save twice before playing. It's always good luck, because you never know, because computers break down and such and such and such. We have 3 things open over here. I think I'm gonna keep all of them. This, I believe I can close. So we got sound in. How's the interpolation look? It's kind of like rough. No, it's good. And so it's not as jerky. It's more of like lurpy. And it kind of, I like how it casts the dots too. I love that. Oh, I kind of like, maybe we could try smooth damp, because I just like trying both. But that's not how smooth damp works. So let's see. We need a velocity. What the heck? Can you do one for smooth damp? Using the same, want easing? You could switch to, let's see. You can use lerp with MathF smooth step. Can you show me both smooth damp and lerp with MathF smooth step, please? Can you show me both? Yo! Yes! Let's break it down. You're about to get 2 ways to smoothly interpolate your player's position in Unity. Using 1. Vector 3, smooth damp. Buttery smooth easing in and out. 2. Vector 3 lerp plus mathf smooth step. Custom easing curve. Ooh, sounds fancy. Okay, we'll probably not use number 2. Let's see. This one is good. So we can simply use smooth damp, I suppose. I suppose this should be simple enough, right? We do have to get a velocity and smooth time, which shouldn't be too difficult. But I really would want to see the smooth damp, because I don't want a pull. I want more of a aggressive push to a smoothing, smooth dampening. So anyhow, let's go ahead and get that. We'll go ahead and switch this over. Switch this over, target dot position. So we need to get those values that it showed: the smooth time, velocity, and the targets. So the targets, let's undo that. Damp ref. And what this does is it does give its own smooth time, which is 0.3. We can still use speed times time, time.delta is what I'm thinking. Yeah, so we have a velocity vector, which is vector dot 0. So you can, or vector 3.0. So you can technically do 3.0, right? Nope. Why? Why not? A property or index may not be passed. Oh, so we do have to set it to, I mean, we can create a new one, like inside a fresh 0 velocity every single time. So we get rid of those decimals. Ha! I figured it out just now. We get rid of those decimals. We get a fresh new 0 every single time. So velocity, I mean the ones, yeah, you get rid of the decimals, the ones, you know, the floating integer, floating decimal point issue. I guess this is kind of the solution, which is cool. Which is cool to me. Very cool. Velocity. Bada bing, bada boom. And so that should work to create an even more interesting way to move. And we got our new music integrated, which is super cool. We're getting our refinement integrated as well. And now let's see how smooth damp works. Oh, don't forget, we also did lerping, interpolation, lerp, lerp-a-derp, right back at me, right? Us too, Crissabella. Well, there she is. Ooh, we might need to go faster, but I like what it does there. I'm liking. Whoa, don't go back now. Yeah, we gotta move it faster. Time.delta is not the business. So, what is my speed? And what is time? 5F? No, because that's too much. Let's do 0.0105 F. No, there. Okay. Alrighty, we'll try this one more time. Sometimes you do have to redo the speed factor. If my computer wasn't all too slow, I could get it done a little bit faster. But that's okay. I gave my other computer to my best friend, my girlfriend, actually. I love her in the whole world, to who lives in North Carolina. Or was it South Carolina? I always forget the two. But anyhow, let's go ahead. I'm the humanest human there ever was. Truly. Okay, how fast do you go now? Too fast. Way too fast. I want to see some... I want to see some smoothing. Okay, so let's try that 0.3 thing. If my assumptions are correct, ChatGPT figured it out better than I did at 0.3. Let's see a little bit more smoothing. You'll see in the end, it starts off strong and then it kind of comes to a nice, smooth, slow stop. But now that I think about it, I think dampening is not necessary, and I kind of like the idea of interpolation. So I think we will go back to that. Do-do-do. And I want to hear my music more. We're about to add some wood chopping effects. Totally ready for that. There we go. Okay, we are not using smooth damp, but you can kind of see how it like comes to a slow stop. We'll go ahead and revert this back to interpolation. And I liked what it was doing with interpolation. I don't think we need to use the math one just yet, the math F one. I think we can get away with this, and that is totally cool. So we'll let that reload, and we'll jump into refinements next. So we can probably pull this up right now. I like the zoomed out screen. Yeah, I like where that's going. So what we're currently doing with our inventory item refinement slots is we got the inventory item that we clicked on. So what's going to happen is this is going to pop up, and I do have to go ahead and get the inventory to pop up when you open the refinement screen. And so in the refinement screen, we'll go ahead and open it in the canvas. Here it is. Refine. Well, we actually got to get the house display screen open. So when you click it, when you click the button refine, so we have to yes, when you click this right here, the refine button, we will make a call to our script to open the inventory. Okay, and we were also finishing off a line of code right here that is actually counting the refinement process time that it'll take in the refinement screen to refine something. So we'll go ahead and close this off. Leave that right there for now. Go back into the refiner, and we're probably going to need to call a function from inventory to open it up. So what we can do is use the refinement button itself and go down to the inventory inside of our hierarchy. Where's the inventory? Inventory. No, that's is this it? No, right here. Duh. I know I could just type it in up here, but I knew it was under the main camera. I just missed it. Anyhow, so here's our inventory. When it is enabled, it will pop up. Right, that's the inventory, and this is the inventory open animation. So when we click the refine button, we need to open this animation right here. There we go. So we'll go ahead and go down to the inventory open animation, and we'll enable it. Just like that. I think we have one more button as well, the actual secondary refine button. We want to enable that as well. So we enable the screen with the secondary refinement button. I have two buttons because I like how both are like boop, boop. Okay, and we'll get this in here, the inventory open animation, and we'll enable that as well when we click the refinement button. So that should be simple enough where we can see the inventory, right? I would say so, but I would say that our items may not be shown. Maybe we'll have to see. Okay, so save that. And I'm gonna stand up for a little bit. Anyhow, we saved it, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we'll play. Press the play button, and we're gonna check just to make sure that the inventory opens up. Bada bing, bada bop. Because why not? It looks cool. I like looking at it. Do. Okay. And look, the inventory opens up. Although, did my player just move? My player should not be moving. Oh, the interpolation is nice. So we can close that. Wonderful. I'm in love. I'm enthused. I love this. This is amazing. I really do. Boom da doom. So I think I'm gonna take off. That pauses the game. I think I'm gonna take off. So the thing is, I don't want the player moving around when the refinement screen pops up. So why does it what we have to do now is we have to disable the player movement, and I believe we do that in the A* script. So we'll go ahead and pull these things up and find my player. And we'll go ahead and drag my player into the refinement button. We'll say A*. I think there's a disable movement, It might be player. Let's see it there. Allow movement. When we want to disable movements, so we're going to go into the A star script and actually do a disable movement function. Okay, let's do this. Disable movement. So we got allow movements. Now let's do public void disable movement. So I know it's probably more efficient. I practiced the art of redundancy. I know it's probably more efficient to actually have this as one function where you can pass in a value. However, I don't agree because redundancy is so click delay. I don't know what that is, but we'll go ahead and can move equals false. So there we go. I like having them separate, practicing the art of redundancy. It's like trying to dissect the programmatic structure of something as you use it and understand it to make it a little bit more simplified. So we'll do that with the A star script. It's going to save. Oh, it's good to make things as simple as possible and as broken down in, pieced out to understood as possible. So we'll go into the player. We do have a disable movement function now. Oh, actually it is A star. Disable movements. And that's pretty much it. So when you click the refine button, and that's kind of helpful to prevent cheating as well. So we'll do that on the first one here. We'll make sure that both buttons, because we have overlapping buttons here, by the way, in case some of you didn't figure out, the refinement blogger is a button as well, and the square is a button. So we have two buttons, and it's cool because it lights up in game. It's pretty cute. Where was I? So main camera. Let's go ahead and get the player. We'll get the A star script and use the A star to disable movements, because we don't want the player moving while we're in the screen and stuff. In fact, we should only enable movement if we press the X button on the main screen. Otherwise, the player shall remain still. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to exit out the screen and then I'm going to go back into it. Next, we're going to do storage. Yay, cute little storage blocks. It's going to be so cute. Okay, so let's exit this out. Interpolation, we doing the thing. What if we did? Sorry, I was in deep thought there, and I totally forgot that we have to open the refine screen. I got distracted moving around because I'm like, what if we did the the speed just a little bit more, like 7.5. You know what I'm saying? What if we did that? I mean, all right, let's go. Boop. We're gonna play that. I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite of this delicious thing that I created over here. All right, here we go. Got some milk here. All right, awesome. You can't move. I would say my game's more like Pokemon, anyways. Not Minecraft, y'all. It's gonna be. I'm gonna put little critters in it. Ooh, that makes me want to create some critters. All right, so not yet, but soon. We have to finish the refinement screen. I have to be responsible. All right. So let's go into the refiner. Currently, if an inventory item gets clicked, we go ahead and select item to refine, especially if we're currently refining. And whatever that was, I'll worry about it later. Only if we're not refining. So if we are refining, then you better bet your bahooey that we send a message over to a refiner to start the refining process. And so we add the item that gets passed. So whatever item was clicked, we'll go ahead and throw that over there. And, through the parameter argument. And then we'll add that item to a list called refinement slots. And so then we loop through the refinement slots array, and we do it individually so that we can hit each refinement slot that we currently have. It's to update and refresh it as we go along. Just nice little refresher loop kind of thing. So we get the current slot, and that current slot would be here on the refiner itself. So which slot are we at currently? And then we set the item name of the slot to the correct item name, because that's all we're collecting in the refiner. We just want to know what item it is. That's pretty much all we need to know after we hit refine. And so we set the item name, and we also set the item sprite, which I am doing currently. So we'll go ahead and unplay that. We'll bring up the refine screen, and we'll create sprites. The thing is, we need an empty game object for each one. We'll name it sprite, and that'll be it. Although we need to get, okay, so we need to get all the children in each of these game objects. So we'll go ahead and select children, and I guess unselect these. I'm really not a whiz when it comes to these shortcuts. Yeah, unselect the refinement slots and just name them, because I just want to name them sprites objects. I just want to be thorough. There we go. Okay, cool. We need these are actually images, come to think of it. Or we can make them images, right? Yeah, so we can make them an image. Oh my gosh, they're huge. So let's fix that. Yeah. So 50, 50, maybe even smaller, 25, 25. Oh, that's right there. That's right where you need to be just about. But let's try 20, 20, because I'm a Lord of the Rings kind of person. All right, so there it is. Okay, so I think the width should be about 25. Beautiful. Wonderful. And we'll go ahead and make each of these. Okay, we don't want it to be white, and I don't want it to be transparent either. So yeah, I can make them white. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty then. So we got to make sure to get the child game object sprite and set it. There we go. To the item sprite. And that's pretty much it. So when we click refine, we know what game objects we're refining, or what wood we're refining. And yeah, I think that should be it for now. So if we jump into the game and pop down the refine screen and we play it like it's a normal game, hopefully I don't get distracted and just run around again. All right, here we go. I think I didn't say before the game, but I'm just so excited to see. Imagine like if it just crashes and everything just explodes. The whole thing just stops working. Okay. Okay, normal game. There we are. All right, we're actually gonna hop back out. We're gonna close that. And I'm gonna chop this wood. So I like the concept of my game now. You're not just tapping mindlessly on it. You actually have to tap and just wait a second so you can tap slow with it. You know, when you're moving with interpolation with lerping, lerpaderping. Okay, so we don't actually see the rest of the inventory come up. So why is that? Let's go and see. So we actually have to enable the inventory itself. So let's go ahead and do that. We got to make sure when we press the refine screen and the refine button, not the text one, but we can add one more here by selecting them both. And then we put the inventory object in the slot and we go ahead and enable them. That way we can see what's in there. Like, come on, Crissabella. There we go. Okay. So save project this time. Yeah, I'm being fancy about it. Okay. So here we go, here we go, here we go. I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. Because that means that if this works, that means we're already putting things inside of the refinements. And I cannot tell you how exciting that is to me, how excited that would make me excited. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. We actually do have to chop Dad's golden top tree. Okay. Not a big deal. We'll go ahead and chop it. We're getting our wood down there. Golden top wood. Sweet. Sweet. Okay. And then let's check the refinement screen. So there's our golden top wood. If we click there, refine is not enabled, or is refining is not enabled. So I know what this means. We have to go back into our script. It's actually pretty simple. We just needed to make sure to enable is refining, or from the inventory when we click refinement, we need to enable refining. So we did not do that. How do we get to refining? You shall see here. It is a public variable, so we can probably just go in here. I think I have the inventory referenced in here as in. So I can do in dot refining. Well, actually, I wouldn't do this inside select item to refine. I would do it inside its own function. So we can do public void start refining. And then I can put that in there. Oh, in dot refining. Oh, let's say start, instead we say, okay, start refining, and then we say start refinement here. Cool. See, that's the interesting thing about programming, is because it is actually, it uses a lot of different vocabulary based concepts that you can use interchangeably, such as at the beginning of the process, when we open the refinement screen, we start refining, but when we select an item and we press the refine button, we start refinements. Interesting how that works, huh? I thought so too. I thought so as well. It's pretty cool. All right, so we can set this to true. And I suppose what we can do is, why is this enabled? I feel like that shouldn't be enabled, but for some reason it is. Okay. So, okay, it's not. Got it. Cool. Okay. So let's see. Inventory. Um, what was it again? Oh yes, we have to start refining. So what we can do is grab both of these buttons again, get the inventory, place that in there. Actually, it would be the refiner, right? So I don't think we've added the refiner to anything just yet. So we'll go ahead and add that to the game controller. And we'll add a refiner. Yeah, totally cool. We can get the inventory right there and the refine screen. But first, what I want to do is get those refinement buttons again. And then go down to the inventory. Or actually to the game controller. Where have you? Where have I my game controller? I actually have to add that as oh, let me get my buttons one more time. And then we'll add this as an additional event for the refiner. We'll say start refining, and that'll set the inventory refining process to true so that the inventory knows now, oh, we're refining. We actually have to do something else with this. Okay, so hopefully we can transfer each individual slot. We have to make sure as well that we're not using the same slot as well. That we can't. You'll probably see we'll click the same slot over and over again, and it'll add it. I'm pretty sure it's going to add it multiple times to the refiner, which shouldn't be. You can only add one at a time. So let's go ahead and exit that out. Another thing is we haven't set all of these things to false yet after opening that. So when we close everything, we have to set we have to do stop refining. So we'll go ahead and add that here for future reference. Refining, and we'll just do inventory.refining is equal to false. Okay, we'll come back to that later. Oh, I got the bush right there. Oops. I got the berry. Give me some wood. Cool. So, okay. Something's happening here where the inventory, or rather, yeah, the refinement process is not being properly set. And probably because I have to set the game controller inventory in here to do the inventory itself. So wherever that is, main camera, there it is. And the refine screen, let's go ahead and just set that now. I think that's this right here. And then we'll go ahead and get this show on the road. Bam, bam, pop, boogie. Oh yeah, we've been at this for 45 minutes already. You kidding me? Let's go. My hair has not even scrunch chiseled yet, so let's go ahead and take that nizzle out. Heck yeah, dude. Epic beyond all retortion. Alright. So first we need to get the golden top. Do. Skibbity boo boo boo. Do. Okay. Got it. Refinements. Go now. Ah. Okay. We're missing some object references even still. But it looks like is refining, or the refinement process has been started. So we actually do need to set the refiner in the inventory itself. So I'll tell you what, here's what I think that we can do, and that will temporarily fix this so we can fix it afterwards. So in the inventory, right here, we can go down to refiner, refining. Let me see. The refiner should be public and saved, but I don't see it here. Oh, this would be on each individual inventory item. Oh, okay. So that's okay. I guess we can always do like a hierarchy inventory refiner dispersal kind of thing where the inventory item just references the refiner on the inventory object, you know, so we have one refiner. So let's go ahead and do that. Easy peasy. Refiner. Nope. We actually have to get an inventory item. We can say that this is an inventory item, but let's just do it individually. Let's see, refiner, and let's set that to the game controller. It's not a big deal actually. It's already kind of done. Where's the game controller? It's up here somewhere. There we are. And then one last time, one last boogie, go around, boom, pop, pop. Hey, caught in a bed romance. Pop. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, onward. I'm gonna take another bite of this because this is just so dang good. Okay, sorry. That was so good. Alrighty. We get the wood. Got the wood. Okay. Put the wood in. No. Oh, okay. I forgot to... Man, I really planned ahead with this one. When I coded it out, I even got myself, like I confused myself. So in each refinement slot, let's go ahead and cascade these. Okay. We have to add an inventory item. There we are. And I don't think we need to do anything with it. It's got a lot of attributes, but to be honest, I don't believe that we need to do anything with it. Just need to know the name, pretty much. Maybe the sprite too, we'll see. Turn back on some music, maybe. My Egyptian rock, yeah! Okay, I gotta stand up. My booty is hurting. Okay. Here we go. Chop some wood. Chop some wood. Chop in wood. Chop in wood. Wood, wood, wood. Woody, woody, wood. Wood, wood, wood. Wood, wood, wood. Woody, wood. Wood, wood, wood. Wood, wood. Chop some wood. Get some wood and chop that wood. Put it in a pile. Put it on some branches. Put it in some twigs. Put it in a fire. Chop that wood. Chop that wood. I will aspire. I will climb higher. I felt the fire. I will not tire, nor perspire. I'm on fire. Alright, ready? Pop. Dang it. Sprite renderer attached to the sprite objects? What? I thought there was. Oh, it's an image. So we would just have to say image. Well, apparently we would have to use UI, Unity Engine .ui. Pop. And then look, we may be able to compile it in lifetime. Let's see. It's not a good idea to do, but sometimes you make it work. Let's see. Might have broke it. Nope. Let's see. Look at that. Oh. Oh, let's go. The freedom. Okay. So you'll see that when I click the 1 at the top, it adds it multiple times, which should not be. I'll tell you what. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something there, okay? Should not be. Okay. Now, when we click on the, I kind of feel like we should add a feature where we click on the, we may need to add like a refinement item attribute to the script for the refinement item slot so that we can click it off. But you should always be able to just exit it out, and then those things should go back to default. So let's do the default state first. Refiner goes to default state. States. We do that by exiting. So we'll set to be honest, I almost want to take this off, take the refiner off the game controller, but then that'll mess some stuff up. I kind of just want to put it on the refine screen so that I can get my slots. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'll have to fix the inventory. No, I have to fix the item slots in the reference. So we'll have to actually point it to the refine screen. I mean, I think maybe there's one more thing that we have to do, but let's see. Missing, yeah. So refine buttons need to reference the refine screen. And it needs to start refining. Yeah, let's go. Making some progress. Yeah. So we're gonna get the first couple, first 9 slots here, since there are only 9 slots. Remind you of something? Well, I is less than or equal to 8. I know, right? I said 9, but it's gotta be 8, y'all. 8 I plus plus. Bada bing, bada boom. So I get the transform dot get child. I dot get. We're gonna do get components. Actually, we have to check if we're still refining. If we're currently refining, let's see, is refining, then so we gotta go over to this one, and as this finishes, we'll need to say is refining. I don't think that, okay, we need to return refining is equal to false as well, so I'm pretty sure we can add a statement here. No, let's see. We have to do a callback somewhere when this is about to finish. Let's see. First of all, we'll reset the if we're not refining, then we'll reset the stuff. So we'll say dot get dot I get the child of that child. The first one dot game objects dot get components this image dot sprites is equal to null. So we'll reset the sprites, and that's totally cool. And then else if it is refining, then we'll hold on to the slots and we won't do anything. So the only way that you can get to is refining is if we press, if you remember, we press the refine button, refinement button, and we enable refining in the refine screen. Or sorry, in the game controller screen, I'm pretty sure. So we'll save that for now. But in the game controller screen, we need to is refining. We need to set is refining to true. So we'll go ahead and for the refinement button, we shall get the game controller, and then we'll set game controller is refining to the moment of truth. So we might be able to broadcast a message since the enumerator, it looks like even as public we can't necessarily call it, but the refiner does call it in here, or at least we must. So let's go ahead and we'll get our game controller, public pool, or game object CLR. We'll place this up here. We'll do that. We'll make sure to call our is refining process. Start refinement by calling the GCLR dot is refining. Well, we might have to start the coroutine, but this should be game controller GCLR is refining. So yeah, we'll have to just do a start refinement inside of there as well. I just like to practice the art of redundancy, so I You know, I have start refinement in here and start refinement in there, but it leaves space for expansion later, so that's why we practice the art of redundancy. And so what this will do is it will start our coroutine refinements. And we just do starts coroutine is refining. But we don't do that in select item, we do that in its own function. Oh. And actually, we can do is refining, like that. I don't think we need that. And this needs a void in it. So we'll save that. And this needs a void in it too. So we'll start refinement once the refinement button is clicked. We'll actually reference the refine screen inside of the refinement button. Okay, once it loads. Uh-oh, looks like we got some errors. Nope. We are all good. Alright, once we get this, if we're getting prints to the console, I'll wrap this one up and we'll tie it up and put a nice bow on it and ship it out to YouTube. What do you say? So we'll save. Save. And, well, we actually have to reference the refinement button, the refine screen. And so, start refinement. Okay, now we'll save that. Wow, look at that. Super secure. Bada bing, bada boom. Next up, after refinement, we're going to do saving and loading features using the binary formatter that ChatGPT helped us create. Like mentioned in a previous video, we're going to use the AES encryption standard, which is advanced encryption standard, your standard encryption usually that most places use, especially on a mobile phone. Mobile phones are hard to hack in the first place, so using that kind of standard is even double security. Alright, so let's chop some wood. Chopping wood. Get in that wood, baby! Woody wood! Okay. Got some wood, golden top wood right here. And then we come back in here. And we do have to fix some bugs. And of course, you can't click on the same wood and refine that. We also have to update that text. So let's see if this works. Ah! Does not work. Let's see where we messed up. So we have to set the game controller. Let's see if we can do that real quick. In the refinement screen, we can set the game controller. For the game controller. And then we click refine. The code routine cannot be started. Probably because I don't actually need to put the parentheses. So there we go. And then we'll set the refine screen properly with the correct game controller, of course, which I had gravely, severely forgotten. Indeed, indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. If it wants to load right now, go ahead and load for me. Thank you very much, B. Oh, still kind of loading, I see, but that's okay. Go back down just like their majesty. Game controller, see? It's like a stroller, B. Stroll through the park with your baby. Boom. Golden top, tree. Golden top, tree. Alright, this is it. The real moment of truth. Or at least we can start the refinement process with what we have. And we can get the simulation of it. And then it's break time for me. Okay, we have no golden top. We must chop the golden top one more time. And I can always use like the wood up there, but I like it. I like playing the game. It's fun. And you know, look at it. It's so cute. Alright. Oh, get that up in there. Ah, failed to call function is refining, but the function requires 1. So I need to put in a number of seconds, of course. Depending on how many items we have in the refiner is going to determine how long it takes to refine it. So at the very same time as it takes to refine it, we'll have to add some checks on what kind of item that we're refining. So let's find out. So we'll have a little multiplier for maybe the item weights, we'll call it, and we'll say point, we'll do increments of, since there are 6 wood, we'll do increments of 10 essentially, so we'll do 0.1 or point, what goes into 0.6, 6 times, or how does 1 get divided up 6 times? You could say like 0.15, right? Close to it, 155. But anyhow, I like 0.1. I like where that was going. Alright, so we'd have to do an item weight too, so we get the item slots weight. That's a new one. I like that one. We'll have to go to the wood, and it wouldn't necessarily be weight. It'd be like a quality. It'd be like a like the quality. It makes it take longer. So we can go ahead and go over to our scriptable objects. Item in particular, so we'll have to open up item from the project manager, and go ahead and close the console, and we're going to open up wood, and the reason that inherits is because we actually need to open up the item superclass right here. Okay, and then we'll say public float item quality is equal to 0.1f. We'll keep that right there. We'll go back into each of the wood values, and we'll set those for each one. Which tree is kind of more of quality, I suppose you can say. Sorry. Okay, so we go into our scriptable objects, and we'll set this for each one. So I know sap, it's gonna be sap type thing. So if you get, so I guess you could say 1 second would be the base quality, 2 seconds kind of thing up to the, okay, that's simple. Sap, because technically I could use their item ID, but I want to do quality because I want it to be a float, you know? Alright, so sap and then pink juniper, so we'll do 2, and then Mongolian 3, thickwood is 4, Albert Gray is 5, and then golden top is 6 seconds. Sure. So if you have 6 golden tops, you have 30 seconds, or 9 golden tops, you have basically a minute to finish 9 golden tops. That's pretty cool if you ask me. Alright, I think we're good to go with that. So we have the item quality implemented. We get the item quality from the inventory item that's selected. We'll have to set that right here. Slots, get components, inventory item, the item quality. Oh. Yeah, it's item quality. Another one here. So. Oh, I actually have to go over to here and add an item quality section. Public floats Item quality. I'm loving this music. Oh. Well, anyways, without blowing myself up again, item quality is equal to, let's just say 1. We'll do 1F. So, what was the issue that I had before with refining? Oh yeah, we need to pass. My brain. We've been doing this for a while now. It's probably going on hour 3 or 4. So start coroutine is refining. We do need a variable passed in here. So can we pass ChatGPT? My brain is not ready. Can we pass a variable into a coroutine? How do you do that? Oh yeah, you can totally pass a variable into a coroutine. Where is it? Move to position. So you can add. Oh, okay, that's totally cool. Start refinement, number of seconds, of total seconds, and this is gonna be a float. And then number of seconds. There's no way. That's totally cool, dude. Alrighty. Yeah! Oh! I actually have to finish this. Inventory item quality is equal to... Well, hold on a second. So, we have to add up a total quality for the refinement. So, public float total quality score is equal to 1. We'll do that. Ooh, multiplying 6 times 6 is 36 seconds times 6. But then like 3 times 3 times 3, 27 seconds times 3. 1 minute. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 would be 18, right? So it'd be like 18 seconds. So that'd be 3 to the power, no, 3 times 3 to the power of 9, yeah, 3 to the power of 9, what would that be? Oh, here. We'll probably do it here, 3. Oh my gosh, so that'd be 196 seconds, right? $729 seconds. That'd be 19,000 seconds, so we couldn't necessarily do in powers. We could do addition. Equals item quality. So we do item quality score. Score plus equals item quality. What? Total quality score. There we are. Alright, so at the end of this, we want to do total quality score. And that'll be sent over the game controller. Number of seconds. We pass the function in. It counts for that number of seconds, and then your items should be refined after that. So you got a little bit more logic to go, but that's just about done. So let's make sure we got it. Just when you think it ends, it goes around again. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Yep. You guys know me. I'm thirsty. Alright, this time... Goodness, that took forever. Yeah, this is definitely the final countdown. Here we go. Get this going. The reason it is taking so long to load is because I'm about maxed out for my recording session. So we're going to have to get this one posted, get you guys moving, da-da-da, and grooving. You know how we do. We doing. We ain't losing. We cruising. Not for a bruising. No. We choosing to be blessed. To never stress. To want nothing less than the best. Alright, here we go. Get the wood. Get the wood. Get the wood. Get in the wood. Alright, 6 golden top pieces. Good, good. Might need to edit that lerp a little bit. Here we go. Console, don't fail me now. Ah, but why? Couldn't be started. I wonder... I'll just have to ask ChatGPT. Alright, y'all. So, once it gets started, once we get the refiner started, what should happen is down here in the console, we should see the ticks, it count down from 36, 35, 34, for however many items you have in the refinement process and the quality score of that item. We should also see the timer. I'll set the timer text to show you how much refinement, how much in the process you have to refine. So, after this, we shall get to saving and loading with the binary formatter using the AES encryption standard. The advanced encryption standard is pretty much what that stands for. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciated your presence and I appreciated sharing you in every moment with what I'm doing, which is honestly totally awesome, right? It's an awesome devlog and it's a whole lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. Thanks for watching. It's Crissabella. And lock some hours.